Om Shanti. This is the Sakar Murli of 11th of October 2023. Sweet Baba says, Sweet children, this study is very inexpensive and easy. The basis of your status is not whether you are rich or poor, but how you study. Therefore, pay full attention to studying. Question: what is the first characteristic of knowledgeable souls? Answer: their interaction with everyone is extremely sweet. To have friendship with some and enmity with others is not characteristic of knowledgeable souls. The father's shrimat is: children, become extremely sweet. Practice: I, a soul, am making this body function. I now have to return home. Song: you are the ocean of love. We thirst for one drop. Om Shanti. Whose praise did the children hear? That of the incorporeal, the unlimited Father. He is the ocean of knowledge, the highest on high. He alone is called the highest on high Father. He is also called the Supreme Teacher, that is, the ocean of knowledge. You now understand that this is the praise of our Father. Through him, the stage of us children also has to become like his. He is the greatest of all fathers. He is not a sage or a sannyasi. That one is the unlimited Father, the incorporeal Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. It is in the intellects of you children that one is our unlimited mother, father, husband, etc. He is everything for us, but nonetheless, that intoxication doesn't stay all the time. You children repeatedly forget this. That one is the highest Father of all and the sweetest Father of all, whom everyone has been remembering for half a cycle. They do not remember Lakshmi and Narayan as much. The God of the devotees is only the one incorporeal one. Everyone remembers that one alone. Although some believe in Lakshmi and Narayan or Ganesh, etc., they would still say the words, O God. The words, O Supreme Soul, definitely emerge from everyone's lips. Souls remember Him. Physical devotees remember physical things. In spite of that, souls are so faithful in their Father that they definitely remember Him. In their sorrow, the sound quickly emerges, O Supreme Soul. They definitely understand that God is incorporeal, but they don't know that importance. But they don't know this importance. Now that He has come personally in front of you, you have come to know this importance. He is the creator of heaven. He is teaching us personally. This is our only study. There are many different types of study of physical things. If someone's mind is not set on studying, he would leave that study. There is no question of money, etc., in this study. That government also gives free education to the poor. Here, this study is free anyway. There are no fees, etc. The Father is called the Lord of the poor. Only the poor study here. This is a very easy and inexpensive study. Human beings insure themselves. Here, you also insure everything. You say, Baba, you yourself give us the return for 21 births in heaven. On the path of devotion, they don't say, O Supreme Father, Supreme Soul, give us an inheritance for 21 births. You now know that you are insuring yourselves directly. This one always says that it is God who gives the fruit. God gives to everyone, whether it is to a sage or holy man or to someone with occult powers. It is God who gives to everyone. The soul says it is God who gives to everyone. When someone donates or performs charity, it is still God who gives the fruit of that. There is no expense in this study. Baba has explained that the poor also insure just as much. A wealthy person might have insurance for 100,000 and he would receive the return of 100,000. When a poor person insures 1 rupee and a wealthy person insures 5,000, the return of both is equal. It is very easy for the poor. There are no fees, etc. Poor and wealthy both have a right to receive the inheritance from the father. Everything depends on how you study. When the poor study well, their status becomes even higher than that of the wealthy. This study is an income. It is a very inexpensive and easy study. You simply have to know the beginning, the middle, and the end of the human world tree. No human being knows it. No one can be Trikaldarsi. Everyone says that God is infinite. They believe that the Supreme Soul is the seed of the human world tree. This is an inverted tree. Nevertheless, they say that they don't know it accurately. It would only be the knowledgeful Father who tells you about it accurately. Everything depends on how you children study. You now know this number wise according to the efforts you make. You are master oceans of knowledge. Not everyone can be the same. Some are big rivers and others are small rivers. You all study according to your own efforts. You children know that that is our unlimited Father. You have to belong to Him and follow His shrimat. For some, it is said that poor person is under the influence of someone else. They are influenced by Maya and follow wrong dictates. Srimat is the versions of God through which you become the most elevated of all deities. When you first have faith, you can then meet Shiv Baba. Baba can understand when someone doesn't have accurate faith. They understand that the Father of souls is the one, but it is very difficult for them to have the faith that He has entered this one and is giving us the inheritance. When this sits in their intellects and they put it in writing, you can then bring that writing to Baba. They would understand that this is right and that what they previously understood for so long was wrong. God is not omnipresent. He is the unlimited Father. Bharat truly receives the inheritance every cycle at the confluence age from the unlimited Father. It received it at the confluence age at this same time and it is once again receiving it now. They should be made to write this. Truly, the Father only comes at the confluence age. He comes and creates heaven through BKs. When they put this in writing, you will be able to explain to them whom they have come to and what they have come to take. God's form is incorporeal. Because of not knowing the form of God, they say that He is the Brahma element. It has been explained to you, children, that He is a point. It would not sit in the intellect of anyone else. That God is a point. They say of a soul that a star shines in the center of the forehead. That is a tiny thing. So you have to think about who the actor is. Such a tiny soul has such a big imperishable part recorded within him. When someone goes deep into these things, you have to explain to him. You, the soul, say, I have taken 84 births. The whole of that part is merged in a tiny soul, a point, and it continues to emerge. People will be amazed by these things. No one can understand these things. Our 84 births are repeating. This drama is predestined. People become amazed when they hear how a part is fixed in each soul. Truly, I, a soul, say, I, this soul, said one body and take another. This part of mine is fixed and it repeats according to the drama. Those who have weak intellects can't imbibe these things. You have to remember this. I take 84 births and play my part. I adopt a body. When you continue to remember these things, it would be said that you are fully Trikaldarshi and that you are also making effort to make others Trikaldarshi. You children need courage to be able to explain this. You have to become sticks for the blind and awaken everyone from their sleep. Awaken, O brides, awaken. The new world is now being established. The old world is to be destroyed. Have you not heard the names of Trimurti Brahma, Vishnu, and Sakar? Establishment takes place through Brahma. All of these are Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. Brahma does not do this alone. Together with Prajapita, there are definitely also the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris. This one's father who teaches him would also surely be here. This one or Brahma cannot be called the ocean of knowledge. They saw Brahma with scriptures in his hands. However, it is the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, who enters him and tells you the essence of all the Vedas and scriptures through him. Brahma doesn't tell you the essence of all the scriptures. Where would he learn that from? There definitely has to be his father and guru. Prajapita is definitely a human being and he has to exist here. He is the one who creates people. He cannot be called the creator, the ocean of knowledge or knowledgeful. Only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the ocean of knowledge. He comes and teaches you through Prajapita Brahma. This is called the urn of knowledge. Everything depends on your dharna. Whether you insure yourselves or not is up to you. Baba insures everything very well. He is the insurance magnate on the path of devotion as well as on the path of knowledge. All souls remember the Father on the path of devotion and say, Baba, come and liberate us from sorrow. The Father gives you the inheritance. He either sends you to the land of peace or the land of happiness. Those who are to receive the inheritance of peace will claim that same inheritance of peace every cycle. You are now making effort to claim your inheritance of happiness. For that, you have to study and also teach others. Just as the Father is the sweetest of all, in the same way His creation is also the sweetest of all. Heaven is so sweet. Everyone speaks of heaven. When someone dies, they say that he has gone to heaven. So he was definitely in hell and has now gone to heaven. Even though that soul doesn't go there, they still say it. You should write that he definitely was in hell. This is hell. So why do they still try to invoke that soul here and feed him the things of here? They invoke the departed spirits. To invite a soul is to invite a departed spirit. You then invite the Father of all the departed spirits. The Father of all souls sits here and teaches you. You are such an incognito army, the Shiv Shaktis. Shiva is incorporeal, the Shaktis and his children. Power, you Shaktis are his children. Power is received by souls. People show their physical power, whereas you show your spiritual power. Yours is the power of yoga. When you souls have yoga, you become pure. Souls develop strength. Out of all of you, Mama's sword of knowledge was the sharpest. This is not a question of a physical sword. A soul understands when he has very good power to blow the conch shell of knowledge. I can blow the conch shell. Some say I am unable to blow the conch shell. The Father says, I have deep love for those who blow the conch shell of knowledge. You would give my introduction with knowledge, would you not? Remember the unlimited Father. This too is giving knowledge, is it not? In remembering the Father, you don't have to say anything in words. Internally, you have to understand that the Father is giving you knowledge. The Father says, you have to return home. Remember me and your sins will be absolved. God speaks man mana bhav. So, he would definitely be incorporeal. How could a corporeal one say, remember me? Only the incorporeal says, O souls, remember me. I am your Father. Remember me, and your final thoughts will lead you to your destination. Krishna cannot say this because he is a human being. You souls say through your bodies, O embodied soul, remember your Father. The Father also says to souls, Man mana bhav. You souls have to come to me. You have to become soul conscious. Practice very well. I, a soul, am the one who is making this body function. I now have to return home to the Father. The Father says, while walking and moving around, whether sitting or standing, remember me. Those who spread peacelessness are destroying their own status. You have to become very sweet. There is also the song, How Sweet and Lovely Shiva, the innocent Lord is. You, his children, are also innocent. You sow the first class path. Remember the Father, and you will become the masters of heaven. No one else can make such a deal with you, so you should remember the Father a great deal. They remember the one from whom they receive so much happiness, and they say, O purifier, come. Souls have become impure, and together with that, their bodies too have become impure. Both souls and bodies have become impure. Those people say that souls are immune to the effect of action and cannot become impure. But that is not so. Only the one Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, never has alloy mixed in him. All the rest definitely have to have alloy mixed in them. Each one of you has to go through the stages of Sato, Rajo, and Tamo. Imbibe all these points and become very sweet. Let it not be that you have enmity with some and friendship with others. To be body conscious and take personal service from someone while you just sit there is totally wrong. Achcha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father BapDada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children. Essence for dharna. First, churn knowledge, become Trikaldarshi and make others Trikaldarshi. Become a stick for the blind and awaken everyone from the sleep of ignorance. Second, ensure everything of yours for 21 births. Together with that, also blow the conch shell of knowledge. Blessing. May you be a successful server by handling over the burden of all your responsibilities to the Father and remaining constantly carefree. May you be a successful server by handing over the burden of all your responsibilities to the Father and remaining constantly carefree. To the extent that you children remain light, the more you elevate service and yourselves, that is, you will continue to make progress. Therefore, hand over all your responsibilities to the Father and remain carefree. Let there be no type of burden of the consciousness of I. Remain the constant intoxication of remembrance. Maintain the constant intoxication of remembrance. Stay combined with the Father, for wherever the Father is, service is already accomplished there. Karan Karavan Har is making you do everything, and so you will remain light and be successful too. Slogan. Understand that every scene of the unlimited drama is fixed or nischit and remain constantly carefree or nischint. Understand that every scene of the unlimited drama is fixed or nischit and remain constantly carefree or nischint. Achcha. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti.